Morning, guys. Good to see everybody. Extremely excited. We started doing our research. Derek Panamsky did a tremendous job of researching the best candidates that come here and bring back a championship offense to LSU. And obviously, we leaned hard on Joe Brady, who we thought was instrumental in helping us win the championship, obviously. And these two young men came highly recommended. Jake Peetz is our offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, 10 years in the NFL. Tremendous job. I think that if Joe were to leave, he would have been calling plays at Carolina. His head coach had tremendous things to say about him. We did our research on him, and he's come in here, and he's been better than we thought he was going to be honest with you. His leadership skills, his organization, there's already a change in the office. He's talked to all the players. They're excited. He's talked to the players' parents. They're excited about him. So I think Jake is going to do a tremendous job. DJ Mangas was instrumental in our championship season. He worked hand in hand with Joe Brady. Went to Carolina. We missed him. He knows Joe's offense. He knows the Saints' passing game. He has already brought some fire to him and Jake, both of them brought some fire to our offense. They're excited about it. The receivers are excited. The quarterbacks are excited. Our whole offense is excited. And, our offensive line coming back and all the guys we got coming back, we feel that we have a tremendous offense. Very excited for these guys. Still looking for the best fit for a defensive coordinator. We still have 3 spots left on defense that we're going to fill. I'm looking to fill the defensive coordinator spot first. Then we have a safeties coach and our linebackers coach or D-line coach. It depends what the coordinator will coach himself. Any questions?
Hey, Coach Joe Garland, Gillum Fox State here in New Orleans. You have 4 scholarship quarterbacks for this spring ball. The 3 guys I've got to start this past fall, both they got some starts, but not a lot of experience. Which of these coaches, Peetz or Mangas, is going to be kind of the quarterback guru? Who's going to be in the room with these 4 guys, developing these guys, because all of them still need a lot of work going forward?
Yeah, Jake's the quarterback coach. Yeah, Jake's the quarterback coach, and DJ's going to coach wide receivers with Mickey. And Jake is a tremendous quarterback coach in fundamentals, and he's going to be in there and has already showed some different things to our quarterbacks that they need to do, and is going to do a great job for us.
Hey, Coach, this is Shea Dixon. You said when you hired these guys that you wanted to go back to the 2019 offense. That was a focal point. I guess from a philosophy standpoint, when you think of the 2019 offense, what do you think of?
I think of, empty package. I think that lookovers, guys wide open, running down the field, making tremendous explosive plays, but also a short passing game. I think, Joe Burrow making some tremendous calls at the line of scrimmage. I think of Steve Ensminger and Joe Brady making some tremendous calls in championship games, giving the balls to our playmakers in space and letting them play. I just think that these guys are going to do a tremendous job of doing that. We got some great players coming back, and I'm excited about our offense.
Hey, Ed, what led you to believe that there needed to be a change to be made on offense, and what in these 2 guys are what you'll bring and what you want the offense going forward?
Yeah, first of all, I'm very appreciative of the job Steve Ensminger did. I love Steve. Played here. A great Tiger, a great friend of mine. He helped me out when I needed a change, a culture in that offensive room, and he did it. He brought tremendous leadership. Like I said, he was like John Wayne every day. But, he was getting older, and I knew it was time for him to retire. I could feel it. He was getting tired. He gets in the morning, office in the morning at 5, gets out at 10 o'clock, and it was just time. I just felt it. And I wanted to go back to the things that we were doing. But you know what? Steve was a pro-style coach, and he learned the spread under Joe. But obviously you're not going to learn everything because that's not what you do. So I wanted to bring the guys that are experts in the spread offense, and I got both of them, and I'm so excited about it.
Hey, Coach. You mentioned, I think, on the radio show a couple days ago, that, Jake and TJ had already been talking to the players. I mean, just what has been your impression of the players' impression of both of those guys, and just kind of how
Yeah,
those conversations have gone?
yeah. Knowledge is power. Those guys have come in with tremendous knowledge, the tremendous love for the game. They're gonna get to know these guys. Every guy that has met with them has come out with their eyes wide open. Coach, yeah, where to go? One of the biggest things I could give these guys is a compliment from John Robinson. John Robinson, as you know, is a consultant for me, and sat in an offensive meeting, and he comes out rejuvenated. He says, "Coach, you got the right guys. This is going to be great." If John believes in it, I believe in it too.
And obviously in the past, there have been breakdowns like, one handles third downs, red zone, things like that. What do you imagine the responsibility breakdown between DJ and Jake to be?
No, we're going to talk about it. Obviously, Jake's the offensive coordinator. DJ's the passing game coordinator. We're going to see what's best. We haven't actually talked about that, but I do see them up in the box together, just like Steve and Joe were, and him helping Jake call the plays. We haven't discussed third down yet, how we're going to do it, red zone, how we're going to do it. But whatever's best between those two, whatever the best fit is what we're going to do.
And these guys seem to be your first two choices on offense.
Yeah.
Obviously, you didn't get your guy on defense, but this is not unusual. Just talk about you didn't get maybe your first choice, but talk about how the coaching search goes. You often don't get your very first choice, and the fact that you got two of them is probably pretty good.
Yeah. And you know what? Really, the priority for me was getting the right guys on offense, because that's not my specialty. And I knew that I could wait and get the right guys on defense, and I think we're going to get them. I know we're going to get them, and I have a good feeling who it's going to be. I just have to be patient and wait till the right time. But knowing that I can help on the defense, it gives me some security. Knowing that we can wait and get the right guys. We still got 3 spots open, but I feel good that it's going to be the right people. We've interviewed some outstanding guys. It just wasn't the right fit. Either wasn't the right fit for me or wasn't the right fit for them, maybe too far away from home or stuff like that. But we did go after the top guys that were available. But we do have a couple guys that I think that are special. I just have to wait till the right time.
Ed, how was it important for you to, I guess, kind of go younger? Somebody in his late 30s, early 40s, not saying old people are any good, I'm old, but I mean, going younger to relate to the players and to understand modern offenses.
Exactly. Younger knows the spread. I mean, those young guys know the spread. We weren't born in the spread. We weren't raised in the spread. So those guys were experts in the spread. They just happen to be young, but they're bright and they're very smart, innovative. They come from a different era. We were hard-nosed football coaches, basic football coaches, get after them. These guys, PowerPoints, organization, very smart. You go into an offensive meeting, you could be an IBM. I mean, this guy he's very smart, and it's just different. And they were raised in a different era, and I'm glad that we brought it to LSU.
Coach, you mentioned that the guys really impressed you since they've been in the building and in the facility. What have they done that's kind of, or is there anything you can point to that's really demonstrated that, or really surprised you?
I think the organization, the details in which they go about their business, looking at our tape and making corrections already, bringing in some new plays, new style, just a new voice, new energy, new thoughts. Change is good. And like I said, Steve Ensminger did a tremendous job. But I think we got as much as we can out of him. I know he's joined retirement. He's going to come back as an analyst. I think he'll be proud to see we're going all spread. We're going everything that we can with the spread offense. You see the innovative offenses in the SEC. We want to be just like them. We were just like them. The offense scored a lot of points this year. But there's a lot of things that we can get better at. And first of all, the fundamentals, the effort, the coaching. But we got a lot of good players coming back, a lot of great coaches coming back. I can't wait to get on the field with them.
Hey, Coach, now that the season is over, reflecting back on the use of the running backs and the running back rotation and everything, I just want to get your kind of thoughts on that and how you go moving forward. It seemed like sometimes, like Tyrion Davis-Price would have 3 big runs, you score a touchdown, and then he goes out of the game, and the
Yeah.
guy comes.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. I want to talk about that with Jake. I want to see his philosophy. We want to keep everybody happy in the running back room. Obviously, it's hard to do. And LSU historically has had 2 or 3 backs that let them play. I was here with Frank Wilson. He let those guys play. But I want to talk to Jake, and we're going to come up with a plan between me, Jake, and Kevin.
Hey, good morning, Ed. You talked about the fit, and I think we can all understand what that means. But when you're doing these job interviews, specifically on the defensive side now, how involved do you want them to get? Are you talking, because I heard on the radio show you talked about 4-3, 3-4, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because you play a lot of nickel and stuff. Is there something that you feel this is what fits me?
Yeah.
And clearly this
Yeah.
doesn't? Or is it a player personnel issue?
Yeah, well, first of all, when I look at a candidate, I want to see how the players are going to feel. Number one, is he going to be able to connect our players? I think that's one of the most important things as a coach, and I want to protect our players, and I want a coach that's going to love them, but is also going to get them better. And when that coach gets up in front of our offensive defense, is he going to have a presence? Is he going to command that they listen to him and get better? So I think that's the number one thing I look for. Number 2 is fundamentals. I want a fundamental coach, man. I'm a fundamental guy. Whether it's a 4-3 or 3-4, myself personally, I think you have to have both. I mean, with the offenses, I didn't see anybody shutting down these offenses this year. So as defensive coaches, we need to learn how to do it. So I've interviewed some coaches that are very good, have some very good ideas. And but I think that we haven't found the right fit yet, but we're gonna.
You got time for one more, Ed?
Coach, forgive me if you answered this earlier, but is it an open quarterback competition this spring? And, how do you look at that? Because it's a very crowded room.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Obviously, and it's a new offense. I need to talk to Jake. We need to make some decisions there. And but those decisions, we're not ready to announce that. Obviously, somebody's going to have to take the first snap, but it's always going to be a competition. It's always going to be the best guy plays, the quarterback, the offensive line, the wide receivers. It's always a competition. Thank you, guys. Go Tigers.